Now joining us, Director of Communications for TBARTA, Tampa Bay Area Regional Transit Authority. He's Chris Jadick. Good morning and welcome back to the show. Chris, how are you?
Good morning, Aaron. Good morning, Jack. How are you guys doing today?
Terrific.
And today we wanted to bring you on because we wanted to talk to you about TBARTA Vanpool. First of all, what is it? How does it work?
Well, a Vanpool is a group of 5 to 15 commuters who regularly travel back and forth to work. Usually they all work for the same employer, so there's a single destination. And when you're in a TBARTA Vanpool, there are a lot of benefits. The big one is cost. Most riders save hundreds of dollars each month because they're not driving themselves. There's even a monthly federal subsidy that we want to publicize, $400 each month for each Vanpool. That helps offset the rental fee for the vans. Plus, fewer vehicles on the road mean less congestion for all of us, better for the environment. Those are just some of the advantages that we like to talk about.
Now, what is the cost of being a member of the Vanpool?
Well, there's no cost for being a member. What you do is you share the cost of the ride. So you do have to rent a vehicle, and we work with Commute with Enterprise. They provide the rental vehicles for us. They're our partners in this. And, of course, you pay for gas. But you're not paying for the insurance on the vehicle. You're not paying for the maintenance. So you share a lot of those costs. But other than that, this is actually a service that we provide through FDOT to reduce traffic congestion. So it's a public service that people can take advantage of to reduce their own commuting costs. The only cost is really going to be the shared cost of that van, that vehicle that you're going to need to rent.
It's a really good idea. I'm interested, when you were coming up with the idea, were you aiming it at specific people saying, well, this would be best suited for X, this person?
This goes back actually even before TBARTA. TBARTA was formed, I think, about 2007, and commuting services through FDOT have been available many years before that, and it's done throughout the state in many ways. The idea is that we have a lot of traffic congestion, so we can build more roads, we can add transit. We're doing all of those things here in the Tampa Bay area. But if we also reduce the number of people on the roads, obviously then we have less need for that type of traffic mitigation, as you would say. It works best for people who are going to travel longer distances to work for a single employer, say 20 or more miles. Also those who work a standard shift, such as 8 to 5. So they're coming and going at the same time. But important to note that if you're in a TBARTA Vanpool, we have other programs such as emergency ride home that give you a ride home in case you get stranded. A lot of the things we've thought about, if people are going to give up their own vehicle, what are they going to need to get back and forth to work and still have the independence they need?
Well, one thing that people wonder about, I mean, we're one of the last metro areas without mass transit, such as light rail or something like that. I mean, we've got it at the airport. We had some of the first light rail in the country at the airport, and yet we don't have anything like that in our Tampa Bay area. Any chance of that happening in the future?
Well, I think there's always a chance about that. TBARTA is working on our bus rapid transit project. There's been a lot of talk recently about how we get rail here. That's always part of our conversations. We have great local transit providers, but we need to provide for them too. They are also challenged on funding. So we need to take care of our local transit providers, and we need to connect ourselves regionally. So, Jack, there certainly is a chance, and there are a lot of people who are working on this project right now. I think we all agree it's long overdue, but it's certainly something that I think Tampa Bay is going to see in its future.
Chris, if there are people that do want to get involved in the TBARTA Vanpool, how can they find out more information and get started?
Best way is to go to our website, commutetampabay.com, and let me just emphasize, if you're an employer, please check us out as well. We like to work with employers because this is a great benefit for your employees, helps with recruitment and retention.
CommuteTampaBay.com. That's where you can find out more. Chris Jadick, Director of Communications for TBARTA. Thanks so much for joining us again, Chris.
Hey, guys, thanks a lot.